Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have this Kat Von D palette eyeshadow tutorial. I am so in love with how it turned out. I think it looks like it's smoky, but it's like daytime somewhat appropriate, I guess. For me, a smoky eye is good any time of the day. I'm so in love with this palette. It's gorgeous. I think it's just perfection, and it's not actually eyeshadows that I would normally use, but I actually surprisingly loved this shade in particular. I didn't think I would like it as much as I did, but I am so in love with this palette, and yeah, this is the Kat Von D Monarch. Oh, it's not Immortal. It's the Monarch palette. I think I call it Immortal in the tutorial or something like that. But this is the Monarch palette. I think there's another one too, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and let's jump right in. Alright, so I've already washed my face with some Dickinson's Witch Hazel, and I've already moisturized. I've done my eyebrows just because it takes way too much time. Eventually I will do an eyebrow tutorial. I'm just trying to get everything down. But okay, so I'm really trying to play with my Kat Von D Immortal palette. I got this for Christmas, and I'm really excited because I really want to use this shade right here. I think it's called Vanish. I can't tell where her names go on the palette. I wish they were actually on the palette. That'd be awesome. But I'm going to use that and then the dark brown and the black. So I've never used this palette before, so this will kind of be like a first impressions. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is prime my face with some Too Faced Hangover Primer. And then I'm going to go ahead and get like right into the eyes. I want this to really set first. Gosh, and I'm pretty sure in my last tutorial I was wearing this shirt. Oh, that's funny. So then I like to pat it in to really press it into the skin so that it's locked in there. Okay, so after that's all done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. So starting off first, I'm going to go ahead and take some Scotch tape, and I'm going to take just a few strips, and I'm going to stick them onto the back of my hand to get most of the stickiness off, so that way there's no harshness. So this is like, I've been really liking this technique. I feel like it really lifts up the eyes. I should have primed my eyes before then, but it's okay if I thought I didn't. So I'm taking my drugstore primer, eyeshadow primer. This is awesome. I've had this, like this is the very first eyeshadow primer I've ever owned. And this is the Milani eyeshadow primer. I'm just taking a few dots here and there. I'm just applying this all over the lid, all the way up to the brow bone. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and set this eyeshadow. I'm going to take this shade, and I think it's called Tiny Death. I have no clue. I don't know if it's backwards or not. So I'm taking that shade and I'm applying it all over my lid. I'm taking it on a Real Techniques Deluxe crease brush, but I mean, obviously use a brush too, how you want. So there's not really a transition shade either in here. I mean, there is, but it's not the type of shade I want. So I guess I'll have to go into my Monarch palette. I think I'm going to take the shade Mauve on like a fluffier brush and place this in the crease. So like I said, I'm taking the shade Mauve and I'm placing this directly into the crease. Blending it onto the lid just so that it'll blend more smooth. So now I'm going to go ahead and place the lid shade. Normally I would work with the crease and work my way in, but I'm not going to do that today. Okay, so I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to take the shade, I think it's called Vanish, I'm not sure, and I'm just going to place this lightly all over the lid. it's got like a tint of orange in it. It's so weird. That makes me really want to play around with this orange shade way over here. It makes me want to play with that a little bit. You know what? I think I just might. Just might. I'm actually gonna, yeah, play with this little orange shade right here. I'm just gonna use it lightly, dust off some excess, and I'm gonna place this a little bit on the outer V. I think it'll make it like a really fun pop of color. That looks really pretty actually. I feel like it'll really stand out against the black and the brown. I think this will really make it stand out. I'm really liking her eyeshadows though. They're really pigmented and they blend really nice. I want to get her Shade and Light palette really bad. So I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is a brush that came out of an eyeshadow palette, but it's just this little, like, itty bitty little brush right here. And I'm going to take that dark brown right here. I think it's called Papillo. I have the weirdest names. But I'm going to take that on a little brush and I'm going to slowly work this shade up because I know this one is really pigmented. I've worked with this one before. Taking a little bit on there and fluffing it around and blending out where I put it. What I've really learned working with dark colors is to place eyeshadows, dark eyeshadows, with a small brush and then blend with a bigger brush. I don't know. I've learned that from Jaclyn Hill and it's really been working. So again, on this eye I'm going to take the brown, but it's almost like black, and I've learned to place. I try and blend just a little bit with it. I'm going to place and then blend with a bigger brush and then blend that into the crease. Very lightly blend that into the crease. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and take a fluffy, like an extra fluffy brush, like a bigger fluffy brush. This one by Eco Tools. I literally had these brushes for years and I still have them. I'm pretty amazed. And I think I'm going to actually try and put that red into the crease. I don't know how well that's going to go. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Actually, I lied. I'm going to take the other tool that I used with this burnt orange shade. And I'm going to actually take it and blend out that brown. The only thing I'm really noticing about this eyeshadow palette is that it's getting underneath right here really easily. Like, there's like a little bit of fallout with it, like actually quite a bit, especially with the darker shades mainly. So, but it's no big deal for me. I don't mind fallout. It's no big deal. So I'm blending this leftover, whatever's on this brush, the orange, and I'm blending it up into this. I wish you guys could see, like, literally, like, how it legit looks. I'll probably insert some pictures in the end, and probably as a thumbnail will probably be some pictures where you can actually tell the colors. So yeah, actually I really like this. So I'm going to take a pencil brush. Okay, so I'm taking a small pencil brush, and this is where I really like to use the black, and I'm just going to, like, lightly place it on the outer V. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the brown, where we apply the color and then blend it with another brush. So I'm applying the color just on the outer V, and then we'll blend with another brush. And then I do like to try and blend with this. Like, I know I can't, but I like to try at least. Okay, and then, like I said, I'm going to go back and take, like, a clean brush and fluff it around. Try and kind of smooth it out. I'm really liking this. So again, I'm going to use that orange. I'm really liking this orange shade. I didn't think I would. I thought it was like, I don't know. I really like it though, but it kind of like helps everything else blend. Okay, going back with a fluffier brush, and I'm just going to blend all of that, all those darker shades, because it looks really choppy in the camera for some reason. I'm going to probably, oh, I just nicked it. I just nicked it. Oh my gosh, that's so not okay. Oh no. Like literally your heart breaks every time you do that to an eyeshadow. At least mine does. Oh my god, that's so sad. These things are like butter. Like literally I can cover this up. If I push my finger into it, it covers it up. Like it fills in. Look at that. It's not even a shade that I like and I'm sad about it. Oh man. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. I'm gonna place that lid shade that we used. What is it called again? These are gonna be hard names. Vanish. I'm gonna place that all over the lid. Sorry if I keep going in and out of the frame, but I'm gonna place that. Make it more intense on the inner corner. And now that I'm really liking this orange shade, I really want to make it pop a little bit more. So I'm going to take a smaller eyeshadow brush and I'm going to place that right in the middle. I freaking love this. Holy smokes. Then blending it more. And now the eyeshadow is complete. So now I'm going to take off the tape and reveal the line. Oh. Do you see how like sharp and crisp that is? I'm really trying to make this video not that long. Not that long. I'm going to use my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm not really doing anything special, but I'm starting to get too pale for this shade. So I'm trying to use it up a little bit. So like I said, I'm getting too pale, so I'm going to add a little bit of some L'Oreal Infallible in the shade Classic Ivory. Focus. There we go. I'm going to buff this in with a little bit of a flat kabuki brush. I like using this brush because I can use patting motions and circular motions. So I use patting motions where I need more coverage and circular motions where I don't. So now moving on to concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light, or the shade Fair 15. And I mainly only use this on like the perimeter of my face. I use two different concealers. So then I'm going to use a separate concealer. I'm using the Rimmel Match Perfection concealer in the shade Fair. So I'm applying that underneath my eyes. It looks like I'm applying a lot, but I swear I'm not. Because this stuff is so like lightweight that I don't even need a lot. So and then I'm going to take a rounded kabuki brush, and this is where I'm going to press the foundation in. This brush is amazing. It blends out stuff in like 2 seconds. It's amazing. So the first thing I'm going to use is my Coty Airspun face powder. This stuff is like $5 at Walmart. Super cheap. Really amazing stuff. So I'm taking a beauty sponge, getting it ready. This is my Real Techniques beauty sponge. Getting it loaded up with some powder to bake. And I showed baking in my last tutorial. And I'm still loving it. So after that, I'm immediately just going to place it right under there. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face with my Holy Grail powder. This is the NYC Smooth Skin Press Powder. I'm like almost out of it. Okay, so for a little extra coverage, and this totally isn't necessary, but I do it just because that's such a light, it was a light layer of powder, I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix and NC20, and I'm going to place this in areas where I want just a little bit more coverage. And I'm using this very lightly. And I mainly only use it in my cheeks because that's where I need more coverage, and usually at the center of my forehead because that's where I need more coverage. And then that's it. So I just use it in like 3 little dabs, and that's it. Okay, so after all of that is done, it's time to move on to contour and bronzer and blush and highlight, all the fun stuff. But I'm going to be using my Lorac Pro Contouring Palette. I freaking love this palette so much more than the Anastasia one and the Kat Von D one. So I love this palette. It's freaking beautiful. So I'm taking my Real Techniques sculpting brush. It's like an angled flat brush. And I'm taking the shade, the light contour shade in here, and I'm taking like literally 1 dab, and that's it. And I can build it up if I want to. And then I'm going to take a like blending brush. So I'm taking this brush and just doing it above and blending. I like to have like a tapered effect, so it's like thick to thin. So I'm just blending and blending that out. And then I'm going to contour just a little bit on my nose. Doesn't need to be too crazy. Okay, now that contouring's done, I'm going to bronze with the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster. This does have a sheen to it, but it's not like crazy, but it's like the perfect shade. So I'm going to fluff this all over my face, including my hairline, because I have a humongous forehead. And this gives you like such a pretty sun-kissed glow. So I'm just blending this above my contour. Some people bronze first before they contour, but I don't. Tip of the chin, down a little bit the nose, blend it all over. Okay, moving on to blush. I'm doing the Maybelline Master Highlight Studio in the shade Pink Rose. Taking an angled brush and just popping this on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to take the highlighting shade in the Lorac. It's the Shimmer Highlight. This is like the butteriest, creamiest highlight ever of life. So I'm placing that just on the high points of the cheeks. Okay, so now I'm going to press the extra powder, kind of swooping it out so that it soaks up some of the extra, so it's all airbrushed and done. Okay, so moving, wow, I just have the eyes left. Oh, just gonna finish up the eyes then. So just on the lower lash line, I'm going to take, I don't know where to start. I think I'm gonna take that red shade actually and be a little bit daring. Actually, I think I'm just going to use the red on the bottom. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. A Real Techniques, let's see, shading brush. I'm going to place just no additional product, and I'm going to blend that out lower. And then taking the pencil brush, I'm going to take that dark brown and connect the outer corner. I'm just placing this on the outer corner. Okay, I'm adding a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to take that shade that we used all over the lid, and I'm placing this on the inner half and inner corner of my eye. Okay, so I'm going to apply mascara off camera, and then I will be right back. Okay guys, so that completes this makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and like I said, I will insert pictures at the end of this video so that you guys can see either that or it'll be the thumbnail. I think it's just going to be the thumbnail. All I did after I applied mascara was apply some brow gel, and that was it. I didn't really highlight my brow bone just because I loved the look so much without it that I didn't really mind. I am so like happy with how it came out, so I hope you guys enjoyed as well, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.